Okay, folks, so this is your dynamic warm-up. You want to be doing this before every single training session to warm up your body, get the joints moving, and prime the muscles to be much more stronger and, of course, injury resistant. We're going to do 5 reps of each, starting with some walkouts. Now, as you can see, Dan is starting with his feet about shoulder width apart, bending over as though he's going to touch his toes. Once his hands are on the floor, he's going to walk out forwards into a full push-up position and then return to that start position. Now, if you can't do a full push-up, not a problem, drop down onto your knees and do them on your knees before lifting your knees back up and walking back up to that upright position. Now, as you do walk up to the upright position, you're trying to keep your legs straight. Once he's done 5 reps there, he's going to drop back down into a plank position and he's going to do step outs. So, as you can see, he's lifting 1 foot at a time, placing it beside his hand on the outside, driving that knee out towards the wall behind him, straightening out his hips, lifting his chest. We're going to go 5 reps on each side here to really loosen up those hips, open up the hip flexors, etc. And once he's done his 5 here, he's going to drop back down onto his knees and we're going to do a cobra stretch, really good for opening up the hips and the abs. So down onto all fours, he shifts his bum back over his heels, stretching his lats out. Then he inhales, takes a big deep breath in, pushes forwards, lifts his chest, exhales, push backwards. It's important we get our breathing right with this to make sure we can really get those muscles opened up. Now, when you push your bum back, you can give your shoulders a little wiggle as well. That will help the shoulder blades to free up a little bit to make sure we don't get any injuries while we're doing our pressing movements. So again, this was 5 reps. Now, once you've watched this video once, you're going to be able to follow Dan along in real time. From that position, he lies face down on the floor with his arms out at 90 degrees to the side. Once he's there, he's going to lift one leg all the way up and over the top of his body, trying to open up that hip, open up the chest, allowing the arm to kind of flatten out across the floor and stretch your shoulder as well as you move those hips out. He's going to do 5 on this side and then 5 on the other side. He's trying to exhale as he rolls that leg over. As we're exhaling, it's going to allow us to loosen up the muscles just that little bit more. And again, for our big lifts, things like squatting, deadlifting, having no asymmetries through the hips is going to be very important. So 5 reps on each side there. Then he's going to come up onto his hands and knees. He's going to do some torso rotations. Really good warm up to get your back, your obliques, and everything ready for deadlifts especially. As you notice, he drives his arm underneath his body, drives the shoulder down into the floor so he can feel the rear delt stretch. And then with a big rotation up, he's going to send his hand up towards the ceiling. Notice how he follows his hand with his eyes, so his whole spine rotates. He's got his back fairly straight at the top. 5 reps on this side, and then 5 reps on the other side. Again, drive the shoulder down into the floor. It's going to help to really get that torso rotating. Hand all the way up towards the sky. Again, he's inhaling as he goes under, exhaling as he goes over. Big twist. I say pay attention to this because this is what's going to put longevity in your training. If you're just trying to get through the motions on these warm-ups, they're not going to serve the purpose we want. Now, he's going to move into a long lunge. So he's down onto one knee like he's going to propose, takes a big deep breath in and pushes his bum backwards, straightens out the front leg. Exhales, pushes hips forwards, drives his arms up towards the ceiling. And on this one, you can get a bit of an extra stretch if you push that front knee out a little bit again. This is really good for those of you with knee issues or hip problems or back problems. It's going to help to mobilize the psoas, the hip flexors, get everything moving the way we want. Inhale back, exhale forwards, and notice how he's trying to create almost like a reverse C shape between his foot and his shoulder. That's how far we want to be opening up. And you can really help yourself out by squeezing the glute on that back leg, and that will increase the stretch just that little bit more. 5 reps of everything. Make sure you hit this before every single session.